Greetings to all viewers. This is Professor Ankit Singh. In my previous lecture, we had discussed the factors controlling alignment. Okay. Now let us go to the next topic: engineering surveys for highway locations. So, what are the engineering surveys that are conducted before or for locating the highway locations? Before a highway alignment is finalized in highway project, the engineering surveys are to be carried out. The surveys may be completed in 4 stages. Okay, so these surveys are conducted in 4 stages. The first 3 stages consider all possible alternate alignments, keeping in view the various requirement of highway alignment. The fourth stage is meant for the detailed survey of the selected alignment. Okay. So in the first 3 stages of our engineering surveys, we consider different alignment alternatives. Okay, and at the end of the third stage, what we do is we fix a single alignment which would be the best one, and in the fourth stage we consider that alignment and do the detailed survey. Okay, so the stages of the engineering surveys are as follows: first one, map study, then reconnaissance, preliminary surveys, and final location and detailed surveys. Okay, so there are four surveys to be conducted, or 4 stages. The first stage is map study. If the topographic map of the area is available, it is possible to suggest the likely route of the road. Okay, if we have those topographic maps of that particular area available with us, then we can initially generate a few alternative routes. Okay, we can try to avoid the obstructions, and based on that we can generate various alternatives, trying to keep the shortest alignment. Okay, in India, topographic maps are available from the Survey of India department with 15 to 30 meters of counter intervals. The main features like rivers, hills, valleys, etc. are also shown on these maps. Okay, so these will help us to align the roads. By carefully study of such maps, it is possible to have an idea of several possible alternate routes, so that the further details of these may be studied later at the site. The probable alignment can be located on the map from the following details available on the map. Okay, so all from the details which are available on the map, what we can do is we can generate various alternatives of our alignment. The second stage is reconnaissance. The second stage of survey for highway location is the reconnaissance, to examine the general character of the area for deciding the most feasible routes for detailed survey. Okay, in the reconnaissance survey, what we do is we actually go on the field. Up till now, during the map study, we didn't go to that area, but rather we just had a look at the map, and based on the map we tried to generate a few alternatives. Now what we do is we go on the field. A field survey party may inspect the stretch of land along the proposed alternative routes of the map in the field. Very simple instruments like Abney level, tangent clinometers, barometer, etc. are used to collect additional details. All relevant details not available in the map are now collected and noted down. Okay, so there may be a few details which are not shown in the map, so these details we will connect during the reconnaissance stage. From the details collected, the alignment proposed after study may be altered or even changed completely. Okay, now based on these details, what we can do is we can again alter the alternative alignments that we had set up in the first stage. As a result of the reconnaissance, a few alternate alignments may be chosen for further study based on practical considerations which are observed at site. So now comes the third stage, which is the preliminary survey. Okay, the main objectives of the preliminary survey are to survey the various alternate alignments proposed after the reconnaissance and to collect all necessary physical information. So we need to survey details with respect to all the different alternate alignments, okay, that we had considered, to compare the different proposals in view of the requirements of a good alignment, to estimate quantity of earthwork materials and other construction aspects to work out the cost of alternate proposals. Okay, and to finalize the best alignment from all these considerations. So these are the steps what we need to do in preliminary survey. We need to consider all the different alignments, consider different proposals for each of these alignment, and try to find out the cost of each alignment, and whichever would be the best or economical, we will consider that alignment. Okay, so what actually happens in preliminary survey? The preliminary survey is carried out to collect all the physical information which are necessary in connection with the proposed highway alignment. The preliminary survey may be carried out by one of the following methods. Okay, it can be either a conventional approach or a modern rapid approach. In the conventional approach, the survey party carried out survey using the required field equipments, taking measurements, collecting topographical and other data, and carrying out soil survey. So all these things, if we actually go on the field and conduct surveys, then it would be the conventional approach. What is the modern or rapid approach? By aerial survey, taking the required aerial photographs, and by photogrammetric method and photo interpretation technique for obtaining the necessary topographic and other maps including details of soil and geology. Okay, if we use aerial photographic techniques or photogrammetric method, photo interpretation techniques, then this would be the modern approach. Okay, and in this case an actual survey party may not be required to go on the field. Okay, so after this stage, after the preliminary survey stage, a final alignment is already decided. Okay, the alignment is decided. Now we need to do is the detailed survey on that particular alignment. So the fourth stage is the final location and detailed survey. The alignment finalized at the design office after the preliminary survey is to be first located on the field by establishing the center line. So the alignment is firstly transferred to the field. A center line is drawn. Next, detailed survey should be carried out for collecting the information necessary of plans and construction detail for the highway project. Now, detailed survey may be conducted to find out all the details which are required for construction of the highway. In this, first is location. Okay, the center line of the road finalized in the drawing is to be translated on the ground during the location survey. This is done using a transit theodolite and by staking of the center line. Okay, using a transit theodolite, what we do is we stake out the center line of the highway. The location of center line should follow as closely as practicable the alignment finalized after the preliminary surveys. Major and minor control points are established on the ground and the center pegs are driven, checking the geometric design requirements. Now these major and minor control points may be any change in direction or change in gradient. However, modification in the final location may be made in the field if found essential. Okay, if it is found essential, still what we can do is we can modify the chosen alignment. Okay, the center line stakes are driven at suitable intervals, say 50-meter interval in plain and rolling terrains and at 20 meters in hilly terrain. Now what are plain terrain and rolling terrain and hilly terrains? This we'll discuss in module 2. Next is detailed survey. Okay, temporary benchmarks are fixed at intervals of about 250 meter and at all drainage and underpass structures. Levels along the final center line should be taken at all staked points. Okay, we need to take the levels along the center line. Leveling work is of great importance as the vertical alignment, earthwork calculations, drainage details are to be worked out from the level notes. The cross-section levels are taken up to the desired width at the intervals of 20 to 100 meters depending upon the topography. Okay, if the topography is plane or rolling, okay, this means that if there is less slope, then what we can do is we can have higher interval values. Okay, we can take readings at 100-meter intervals. But if the topography is changing or the slope is high, then in that case what we need to do is we need to keep the intervals less. Okay, all topographical and hydrological details are noted down and are also plotted using conventional signs. The detailed soil survey is carried out to enable drawing of soil profile. Okay, so a detailed soil survey is conducted and we need to draw the soil profile. The soil profile will give us details regarding the existing soil, okay, and what are the depth of the soil layers present in that area. The data during the detailed survey should be elaborate and complete for preparing detailed plans, design and estimate of the project. Okay, so after conducting all these surveys, the data should be enough so as to prepare plans, design and estimate of the project. Okay, the next topic is drawing and report. Okay, so we need to prepare a few drawings before we go for the actual construction. Okay, these drawings or maps include key map, index map, preliminary survey plans, detailed plans, longitudinal section, detailed cross-sectional, land acquisition plans, drawing of road intersection and land plans. Okay, what does the key map include? Showing the proposed and existing roads and important places to be connected. Okay, so all these details are included in the key map. Under the index map, showing the general topography of the area. Preliminary survey plan showing details of the various alternate alignments. Detailed plans show the ground plan with alignment and the boundary contours. Longitudinal sections show the details such as datum line, existing ground surface and vertical profile of the proposed road. Detailed cross section should be drawn every 100 meters or where there are abrupt changes in level. Okay, if there are no changes in level, then it can be drawn at a interval of 100 meters. Land acquisition plans and schedules are usually prepared from the survey drawings for land acquisition details. Okay, initially we need to acquire that land, so for that we need to prepare land acquisition plans. Drawings of road intersection should be prepared showing all details of the pavement, shoulder and islands. Okay, now what is pavement, what is shoulder and islands, we'll learn in the next module. And land plans include the showing quarries, etc. Okay, what are quarries? Quarries are areas from where we get the from where we extract either soil or aggregates. Okay, next topic is estimates. Okay, we need to make estimates for our project. The project estimates should consist of general abstract of cost and detailed estimates for each major head. If the project work is proposed to be executed in stages, the estimate should be prepared for each stage separately. So basically estimate is finding out the cost value of the project. Okay, and if our project is in stages, then for each stage we need to prepare a different estimate. Then after drawing the plans, after making the estimates, what we need to prepare is a project report. Okay, the project report forms an important part of the project document. It should contain information such as general details of the project and its importance, features of the road including selection of the route, alignment and traffic, road design and specifications, drainage facilities and structures, materials, labor and equipment, construction programming, other miscellaneous items like diversion roads, traffic control, and roadside amenities. So including all these factors which we have already discussed, we can prepare a project report. Now, what are the steps for a new project work? Okay, with respect to highways. So what are the stages? We can just we're just briefing the stages. We're just mentioning the stages here. Okay, the first is map study, followed by reconnaissance survey, preliminary survey, location of final alignment, then detailed survey, material survey. Material survey involves finding out from where we can get various materials, okay, like soil, aggregate, cement, labor, okay, machinery, all this. Then design of the road here, and earthwork, what is the cutting and filling, pavement, actual pavement construction, and construction controls. Okay, then the steps of realignment work. Okay, if a road is already aligned and we need to check it and realign it, then what are the stages? Reconnaissance survey, survey of existing road, observations of spot levels along the center line and cross section levels, soil survey, comparison of alternate proposals, finalization of design features, preparation of drawings, marking out the center line of realigned road, earthwork, checking the geometric design elements, and design and construction of the pavement. Okay, so these were the steps in case we are trying to, or we are doing a realignment work. Okay, so with this I end up this module, the module 1. Okay, I'll continue with module 2 in my next lecture. Thank you.